Do you remember? I don't know if you remember. Do you remember meeting me in East Atlanta Village?
Yeah,
I remember meeting you in East Atlanta Village
at the first Stolen Drum show. It was it was
at 529.
Yeah, it was for 10th Letter's album release party, and me and Stolen Drums were opening up, and it was Stolen Drums' first performance.
Bro, that was like my first or second week in Atlanta, bro.
That was really tight.
Yeah, that was hella dope.
It was so many people that were just like, that was a really tight day.
Yeah,
I remember that day.
Yeah, watching like the evolution of Alan Thomas, because when I met you had locks, right? When I met you had locks.
I did.
So like I've been watching like a bit of this evolution. Like I don't know, man. I like some of the things that you do. Like the last thing that I saw that you did that I really thought was super dope was like you just had a beat on loop. And like you kept looking up at the camera and then spinning around. Like I thought that was to me that's the illest shit. It is so like simple, right? But like that's the illest shit. Like, like I guess do you come from a household of creatives, like with your parents, or like do you have folks that are creatives, or where does this come from, yo?
No, I definitely think I might have been the first one that's like been like genuinely like wanting to be an artist. My parents were mega religious growing up, so we grew up in it. My dad was a preacher, so I guess in a way.
Oh, you're a preacher's kid.
Yeah, so okay. I guess in a way that maybe I did have a creative upbringing, because I think that, and then my mom. No, that's a lie, because my mom was a writer. So nice. I do have actually creatives as parents, but they weren't musicians. They were more like good speakers. My dad was very long-winded, and my mom was a writer, so I think that kind of turned into this. But I just, when it comes to like how like that idea, the camera thing, I think that just comes from being bored sometimes.
To me it was ill, because like one of the things, I love my beat community. I'm not coming from my beat community, but I'm going to be honest about it. Like a lot of times when people find a formula of success, everybody tries to jack the same thing.
Right.
So, you've got these super low resonant like videos of like a cartoon car just driving in circles, or like some anime. And I'm not knocking any of that, because I thought it was the illest shit at first. I'm just saying, like, when you can break from that pattern and do something different, I think that it needs to be fucking applauded. For sure. And I love that video. I watched it like 15 times. I love that goddamn video, man. I thought it was really dope.
I think I try to. Excuse me. It got a little better. I say it got a little better.
Okay. Yeah.
I guess when it comes to the beat scene, I feel like so many people just like there's like comfort in just like making just putting stuff out there, and the reality is there's so much good stuff too in the beat scene. Like you can literally like, if you look up a hashtag of like lo-fi hip hop, like you'll find like a ton of
you're gonna find
dope
fire,
stuff.
a lot of fire,
or
too.
just stuff that you're just like, oh, this is nice. I could just listen to this on loop. And I do agree that it's like you definitely have the cartoon video, or you have the person there's the SP, and then they're messing with it. You know what I'm saying? There definitely needs to be more people that want to like,
Well, I know so. Sorry to cut you off.
Go ahead.
I know everybody doesn't have the means to necessarily, like, everybody might not have a good camera or even feel comfortable with their camera skills.
People with good cameras be doing the same shit.
I know.
They be doing the same. And what's the most interesting thing to me now is the the count. You heard about the count?
What's the count?
Yeah, he's this dude that's like on IG and Twitter that makes beats, but it's like as he's playing the beat, it's like he's showing him making it in the process. So it's like as the beat's playing, he'll show like recording the shakers and like him playing the drum sounds and the keyboard as like I gotta show you these videos. I feel like after the interview I'll show you some.
For sure.
That kind of style is really fucking dope to me. It's very like, it keeps people engaged, where it's like if you just had the beat by itself maybe, and like
right. So it's the building of it,
exactly. It keeps people like, oh wow, this is really like and I think that's gonna be a big thing that kind of takes the instrumental part of hip hop to another level, and I think we're getting to that point too. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be surprised if Kanye's next album had like an instrumental song on it.
I wouldn't be surprised either. I guess the one thing that I hope for, like, for the beat community, right? One thing that I'd like to, maybe like start a conversation about is like be creative, like, because like I want people to be creative. Like you take your energy and you make a beat, right? Like don't stop there. Like keep being creative. After you make the beat, like how you gonna expose this to the world? Be creative with that.
Yeah.
Like that. So the reason why I started producing in the first place is because I was an MC first.
Right.
And I felt like I was getting prepackaged beats as is, and I wanted the process to be creative from beginning to end. Like not just don't give me your prepackaged beat. Come to the studio with me. I need some strategic dropouts. I need like some strategic reverb. I need a strategic kick placed right here when I said this word.
You want to build with somebody.
Right. And then not just that, like, okay, my mixing engineer, right? Whoever's mixing and mastering, I need you to be creative with this mixing too. Like it doesn't stop here. And then we're not finished. Yeah. Now we need to be creative on how we put this in front of people, right?
Yeah.
Like I think I like that idea more than just like this,
Send me the beat and then I'm gonna make a song and that's it. We just exchange money at this point. Like
no.
It's like it definitely I'm for sure anti that style of collaborating. I do like being able to feel, especially if I'm collaborating with you, like I like being able to sit down with someone and like just like, knowing someone's story, like what are you gonna talk about? Is that something that I'm gonna feel comfortable having my name attached to? Like, do we agree? Like, and if we don't agree, is that okay? Like, that stuff is kind of because to me, music is more than it's a business, but it's a labor of love. You know what I'm saying? I make beats because I need to, and so if in the process of doing that, we just, oh man, I really like that thing that you made, like I would love to, I don't mind, but are we, is this gonna work?
Right.
I'm serious about that part.
Beats, brews, and life.